Former Wargaming executives, Owen Stetson and Gary Prohaska, have formed a new game studio with the help of veterans from Riot Games, id Software, and Blizzard Entertainment. Christened GanyMede Games, the new opening is based in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and will use the state's refundable film production tax credit or reclaim around 25% of its production expenses. As reported by Variety, the tax has helped facilitate the creation of major movies like No Country for Old Men and The Avengers. But this is the first time a game studio will reap the benefits. Stetson and Prohaska are also hoping to add into the local talent pool, and will build out GanyMede's infrastructure and headquarters with an investment worth over $1.3 million. Speaking about what sort of games they hope to create, the duo said they want to build short experiences that offer something new, but still pack a punch. It's a good time to create new experiences, because players are asking for that, said Prohaska. We want to make games that are easy to get into and easy to get out of. We have busy lives, so we want short gaming sessions while still having lots of fun. There's no better example of how talented devs can be relating new life into a classic game franchise than Sony, Scented and winning 2018 game God of War, and there's no better place to learn how it was made than the 2019 Game Developers Conference at this March. There's a ton of great talks lined up for the show this year, including over the betas, as devoted to all aspects of the design, development, and release of God of War. For example, you may have already noticed that game industry veteran and God of War creative director Cory Barlog is coming to DD 2019 to present a special design track on War, in which he will walk you through a long, complicated, and painful process whereby Sony Santa Monica successfully launched a fresh take on an established franchise, after a seemingly endless climb up an impossibly enormous mountain, filled with countless gut-wrenching failures and joyfully sweet successes. Barlog will take the stage to share what has learned from the experience of God of War, as well as practical takeaways you can apply to your work. However, DD 2019 will also host a plethora of very specific, detailed deep dives into all aspects of the game's design. If you are interested in God of War's remarkable level design, for example, you will want to check out level designer Rob Davis' level design workshop presentation on the level design of God of War. Davis will talk you through the process of breaking 10 years of existing design rules formed over the course of 7 games, and show you how he and his team came up with 6 new level design rules for God of War, as well as discuss best practices for taking levels from concept to completion. Early registration for the 2019 Game Developers Conference ends this Wednesday, January 13th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific. So register at a discounted rate to save some money. If you loved the way 2018 God of War created the illusion of a single, unbroken camera tracking shot, imbuing the whole game with a cinematic feel, make time to check out lead narrative animator Eric Pinto's DD 2019 talk on keyframes and cardboard props, the cinematic process behind God of War. She will detail the specific and somewhat unconventional techniques used by the team, including the steps taken to develop the documentary style, occult camera, the usefulness of live-action pre-visualization, and the importance of communication in a multi-discipline effort to put together God of War's superb cinematic sequences. Of course, God of War is a game about combat, and there is a slew of great DD 2019 talks that dive deep into various aspects of the game's combat design. In Taking an Axe to God of War gameplay, design director Jason McDonald will explain how facet of WAFTM work at all preserve the feel of the older God of War games, while still changing almost every aspect of how the game plays, from the weapons to the enemies to the camera, in an effort to reinvent a classic. If you want more insight, pair that talk with lead combat designer Mihir Shetsayanan, Evolving Combating God of War, from a new perspective, which will cover the same topic with a specific focus on how the team adapted the series' signature third-person combat for the more intimate camera angles at play in the new God of War. Also, senior staff technical combat designer Hayato Yoshida will be giving a talk on raising Atreus for battle in God of War, that LLDETAIL, how the team worked to make Atreus a fully realized companion knight, one whose role in combat is as important as his role in the story. And if you just want the really good fun technical stuff, we have got that too. Brace yourself to be blown away by senior programmer Rupert Rinar's talk on wind simulation in God of War, in which he will show you how fluid simulation works to create the game's wind effects, why it's useful, and how well you get it to run efficiently on the PU. Try to hold it together in the face of Renar's other DD 2019 talk on disintegrating meshes with particles in God of War, where you will learn how God of War uses a new high-quality particle emission technique to remove corpses from the screen, as well as so much more, as well as the benefits and drawbacks of the technology. That's only about half of Facet of War Texan offered at DD this year. So if you are at all interested, make sure you head over to THEGDC 2019 session schedule and check out the full list. There you can full details on all announced talks, and start planning out your DD 2019, which takes place March 18th through the 22nd at the newly renovated Moscone Center in San Francisco. Bring your team to DD. Register a group of 10 or more and save 10% on conference passes. Learn more. For more details on GDC 2019, visit the show's official website, or subscribe to regular updates via Facebook, Twitter, OS. Gamasutra and DD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. Creating a game that's entertaining for all ages is extremely challenging, but there is one studio that seems to hit the mark every time. TT Games seems an expert at making experiences for both younger and older players. It accomplishes this by sticking to the studio's core principles of fun and authenticity, but also through ensuring there's enough variety in the humor and the stage design. LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, the latest in the LEGO franchise, is a great example. The game asks players to control a collection of popular Marvel heroes on a mission to defeat an evil time-traveling villain named Kang the Conqueror. Along the way you explore Chronopolis, the central hub world, completing missions, and building and destroying the LEGO environments. Like many of the other LEGO projects TT Games undertakes, LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 follows a particular formula to ensure it appeals to as broad an audience as possible. Arthur Parsons, the head of design at TT Games, says the LEGO games stick to 2 core principles in order to ensure they are broadly appealing. Ultimately, fun is number one. Fun, funny, humorous. Everything has to be enjoyable, he comments. But in the second one, and I think this is where we probably manage to appeal to older gamers, is authenticity. And that's authenticity to whatever the source material is. Parsons points to the humor in LEGO Marvel Superheroes. To highlight this point, in the game, there's plenty of slapstick humor for children. But there's also tons of complex in-jokes and references to appeal to long-term fans. For instance, the game features humorous cameos from minor characters from the Marvel Extended Universe, like J. Jonah Jameson and Giant Man, which may go over the head of those who have not seen the Sam Raimi films or read the older comics. You have that in-your-face humor. Parsons says, that's part of someone has a ladder on their shoulder, and they are turning around, and someone has to duck out of the way. Slapstick. But then we also go on to another level, where we do our best to add humor that's very relevant to deep